Back to my channel. Today we are making a gingerbread protein cake that we are going to eat for either pre-workout or for the holidays. I am using this gingerbread cake mix. It's a cake and cookie mix from Trader Joe's, but we're going to make this lower calorie and higher protein so that you can enjoy something yummy and hit your macro goals. Okay, I'm using my KitchenAid mixer, but you can do this by hand or you can use a hand mixer, whatever is easiest for you. First, what we're gonna do is gather all of our ingredients together. So what I'm using again is this Trader Joe's gingerbread cake and cookie mix. It is seasonal, so if you can't find it, you can always substitute it with a different cookie or cake mix, but gingerbread is what they have currently. The recipe does call for vegetable oil, which I don't use, so we're substituting with this non-fat Greek yogurt. Instead of using an egg, I'm using egg whites, and then we're adding protein because this is high protein. So we're adding, obviously, my tried and true 1UP Nutrition. We're using the vanilla ice cream flavor. Okay, we set our oven to 350. We are going to grease our pan. The recipe calls for an 8x8, but I'm actually using this bundt cake pan because I think it would be kind of cute. So we're just gonna grease this. We're preheating our oven. So give that a nice spray and then just set this aside for now. Next up, again, I'm using a KitchenAid, so I'm going to attach the actual attachment. I'm using this paddle attachment if you have a KitchenAid or a mixer. And then we're gonna start to actually mix everything up. We're gonna mix the egg whites, which they call for 1 egg, and 1 egg equivalent in egg whites is 3 tablespoons. 3 tablespoons of egg whites. 2, 3. And then we're going to do, instead of olive oil, we're going to do the equivalent of what they call for in non-fat Greek plain yogurt. Just going to take 1/3 cup, try to level that off, of Greek yogurt. Put that right in there. This calls for 3/4 cup of water. So marker on here. So this way, there's 1, 2. It says to whisk this together, and actually I think I might use the whisk attachment for this. So lock your bowl in, and we're going to use the whisk attachment first to combine all of these ingredients. And then once we start to add in the protein powder and the actual cake mix, we will use the paddle attachment. Okay, so our egg white mixture is mixed. So again, we're gonna flip out the paddle attachment, or we're gonna flip out the whisk for the paddle attachment. And now we're going to combine 1 scoop of protein powder, we're going to now add the protein powder and the cake mix. We're going to do it gradually. So we've added 1 scoop of protein powder. Now we're going to add probably about 1/4 of the cake mix, and we're just going to fold it in and use this on a very light mix. And we're just going to keep folding it in as you go. So while that is mixing, we're just going to clean up our station a little bit. all combined, so we're just gonna give it a nice little fold. And then we're gonna put it in our greased pan. Again, I'm using a bundt cake pan, but you can use any pan that you prefer. It does, again, call for an 8x8 pan, and that's just so that you have like a thickness of 2 inches. Put this in the oven at 350 and it's going to bake for about 25 to 30 minutes, but I would kind of check it throughout just to make sure that you don't overcook it. So just keep an eye on it. Alexa, set a 25-minute timer. So now while that's in the oven, I'm going to clean up my station, and then we're going to actually log this into MyFitnessPal so you can get all the macros for a piece of this yummy gingerbread cake. Clean up our counter, and now I'm going to add everything into MyFitnessPal just so that we have it as a recipe, and you can log it for your food diary if that's something that you are doing. So let me just navigate to my recipes, create a recipe, and we will call this a protein gingerbread cake. I'm not sure how many servings it will make. I'm assuming because it's a bundt cake. Let's see. Alexa, how many servings does a traditional bundt cake serve?
A traditional bundt cake serves 12 to 16 people.
Okay, let's call it 12. Add ingredient. And then we're gonna use the barcode scanner. So we're gonna scan this. And let's see, we're only doing the dry mix. So I wish it gave me I wish it scanned for the dry mix. It does not. So let's search and see if we can find it. Gingerbread cake cookie mix, Trader Joe's, dry. Perfect. So Mona already has it logged in here. So for that, there are 50 grams and there's 8 servings. So we'll do 8. Alexa, what's 8 times 190?
8 times 190 is 1,520.
Want to make sure that the serving size times the calories equate to what I'm adding in here, and it does. So we'll add the dry mix, and now all of our substitutions. So we're adding the yogurt, which is, we did 1/3 cup, so that's 0.33. And then we did egg whites. We did 1 serving of egg whites, and then we did 1 scoop of this protein powder. And that's it. And each slice will equate to 4.5 grams of protein, 27 carbs, and 0.7 grams of fat, and 142 calories. So we're gonna save, and I'm gonna have a piece before my run, so I'm gonna log it into my diary now. But if you weren't to do the substitutions, what you would be left with is 3 grams of protein, 43 grams of carbs, and 11 grams of fat, and 280 calories per slice. So it is a little bit healthier. I probably would have done maybe 1 more scoop of protein powder just to get a little bit more protein in. I thought, you know, that might be enough. But the thing is like, I'm doing this for 12 servings, so I might adjust it if we wanted like bigger slice servings. It's obviously going to be more calories and more protein, but I think this is great for a nice little pre-workout snack or just a little treat after dinner. So we will let it finish cooking, and then I'll show you what it looks like, and we'll do a little taste test. Okay, our timer just went off, so we're gonna pull it out of the oven and check to see if it's done yet. If it's not, then we'll just add some more time. It smells and looks delicious. So we're gonna check to see if it's done by inserting in the middle, and it's still coming out wet, so we're gonna put it back in for about 5 minutes, and we're gonna check it every 5 minutes. Okay, 5 minutes has gone past, and we've cleaned off our knife so that we can have a fresh test to make sure that it's done. And again, if not, just add 5 more minutes. So again, we're gonna insert, and the knife comes out clean. This is done. So we're gonna let this cool for about 5 minutes, and then we're gonna cut into it and we're gonna do a little taste test. So our protein gingerbread cake has cooled, and now we're going to slice it up. I'm gonna see if it actually makes 12 slices. If it doesn't, then I'll go back and modify the recipe to let you know like how many slices it actually makes. But let's get it out. Let's see if I can do this. Oh my God, it looks so good. Ta-da! So I feel like you can't really see the bunch of slices in it. But this would be really cute if you were like making this for a party, and in the center you put like a little protein cream cheese kind of thing, and then that allowed you to like dip the cake in it. I don't know, or like get a scoop of it and like dip the cake in it. It sounds really good, right? So anyway, like I said, I'm going to be eating this for a pre-workout, so I got myself a little plate and I'm gonna cut this up. So I'm gonna try to follow the lines, see if this actually makes 12. Just gonna, so since it made 14, I might actually say it just makes 7, and then you can have 2 slices of it. So I'm gonna go back and modify that and tell you what the actual macros will be. We just said it made 14, and you decide if you wanna have 1 or 2, that's up to you. So we'll switch it to 14. So the new macros with 14 single servings is 122 calories, 0.6 grams of fat, 23 grams of carbs, and 3.8 grams of protein. So I'm gonna save that and log it into my little diary thing. I am going on a 5.6 mile run, so I'm gonna have 2 of them. I'm gonna actually add that as my pre-workout snack. And that 47 grams of carbs is gonna fuel my run, but let's do a little taste test here. Wow, look at how spongy cake it is. Are like little pieces of like ginger in it. Wow, so good. Better for you. It's so good. Okay, while you have it, protein gingerbread cake, either for the holidays or a pre or post-workout snack. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe and share for the next time. And if you tried this recipe, drop a comment below. I'd love to know what you think. Okay, we'll see you next time.